Good morning here. You two people. What is going on with you all today? Yeah, it looks like it's going to be another rainy day, so I thought I'd get one in there before it actually starts raining and I can't come out here. Everything is fantastic. And I hope everybody out there is doing well also. I'm gliding high and free, Free to do what it is that my Father intends for me. And I'm not in control of anything yet. It appears as if I am. But I wanted to come to you all about rumors and how rumors will actually get something started that maybe or maybe not is intended to be started. I'll give you a for instance. My mother, unintentionally, I guess, I'm assuming that because I don't look at my mom as being the interrogator that tries to deceive people and things like this, but she just happened to be talking to my daughter. This has been quite a long time ago, and like years. Anyway, the subject came up that I was homeless, and I kind of felt offended by that. Not because my daughter shouldn't know things like that. It's other people I don't care to know anything about me. They only pop up in my life when it comes down to trying to deceive me or, make problems for me and things like this. And of course, if my daughter knows anything, then my ex-wife also knows the same anything. And she doesn't have any right whatsoever, beyond the shadow of a freaking doubt. She has zero right to know anything about me, period. And that's just the way I feel. She doesn't have that right. She is no longer involved in me. The only time she ever showed up was one time. And as I said, it was the one time that she said, because she always used to say, "These are my kids." But she calls me up and says, "Guess what your daughter did?" It only became my daughter when she did something that was not a correct move to make. It was something that was not a good thing. It was something that my ex-wife was pretty much projecting that had to come from my genes, because her genes would never do anything like that. This is how she said it. This is how it came out. And I guarantee 100,000,000% that this is what she felt whenever this happened. I knew it only because I'm a man, okay? Any man, if their daughter calls up on the phone and is crying and "I can't let this guy go," and that, you already know the business, okay? I will put money on that any man would know exactly what I'm talking about. Any man, okay? So that's the reason why I knew what was going on when my daughter told me, okay? The only reason. Because I'm a man, okay? It has zero to do with anything else. But nevertheless, I didn't feel like it was my ex-wife's business to know anything about me or what's going on with me or anything like that. So, as of now, nobody, and I mean nobody, except for me and my father and a couple of people that are very much close to me at this moment in time, knows exactly what's going on with me anywhere and everywhere. And that's it. I don't have a big circle that all these people do all this malicious talking about me, what they feel like I have done or could do or anything like that. I don't have it because I don't want it. And I did get upset, and I spoke to my mom. I said, you know, my daughter did not even ask her that question. So my mom kind of like opened the door up for my daughter to know this. Well, my daughter is connected, of course, to my ex-wife and a few other people that are even, I would consider, being my enemies. My daughter is connected to, okay? And I know this, okay? And even this woman that I went to the Philippines for, there is a open door connection to that situation with her. And, it was all a big mistake, of course, because I certainly didn't want that to happen at that moment, but somehow or another, all of that came down, and my ex-wife chatted with the girl that I went to the Philippines for, and there was a connection between this person and that person. And all these people acted like I didn't know. What's going on, buddy?
How are you?
I'm doing. How you doing?
Good to see you.
Good to see you. Tired. So I felt like I was like in a cave or something, and the walls started folding in on me over one or two little words about me. So I told my mom, I spoke to her, I said, why did you say anything to her? She didn't even ask. My daughter didn't even ask the question, what am I doing or anything like that. So why are you feeding information to her? And at that time, my mom actually did know what was going on with me and things like that. Now my mom kind of thinks she knows what's going on, but I can assure her that she doesn't know exactly what's going on with me at this moment. So, and nobody really does. There are two confidants that I have in my life. They are not family, and they do not even know who my family is. So, but I know that I know that I know that I know they are not going behind me and telling anybody anything. You would never know their name. They are not in my social media and never have been in my social media, and never will be in my social media. So, sorry, but not sorry. There are certain people that you just cannot trust. And there are people that you might use as a smokescreen to make it look like you have something to do with them, but you really don't. And that's really how it should be, because you could actually tell somebody a little bit too much about yourself in your life, and they can take it far. They can take it very far, and it's not a healthy thing, you know. And they could tell other people that really make a difference in your next step in your life and things like that. This is why I don't call Jermaine a friend. Jermaine would be considered not just a frenemy, but a sneaky link. He's the type of guy that he'll act one way in front of you, but then when he's behind your back, you better watch for them daggers coming at it, because that's exactly how he is. And so you only let certain people know certain things. This is a big lesson that I learned in my life, even when it comes to, a girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever. You have to be careful with who you tell things to, because if you tell somebody something, it could cause you many, many problems, and you don't want to have those problems. So I'm real careful when it comes to not telling people even 1/32 of my life, because if everybody knows everything, they got things mapped out, and there's so much in front of you that, well, we're waiting for you to catch up there, Danny boy, and things like that. And I'm just not that person. I do not let people know what my game plan is, what I'm gonna do. I throw little things out there, like, acting like, they got something to work with or whatever, but it has zero to do with me. And I like it better that way, because I become a very big mystery to people, It would be like Scooby-Doo, They're trying to solve a mystery or something, and people actually try to solve mysteries when it comes to me. I don't care if you're laughing about this, oh, well, they don't do. Yes, they do. I'm sorry to tell you, but they do. I could sit down and think about my life, and, oh, well, it seems like a pretty boring type of thing or whatever, but it's not. It's actually very exciting, and a lot of things happen, My sister told me her husband was laughing at me and things like that. So, I don't care. You can laugh all day long. You can laugh so hard you swallow your tongue. It doesn't matter to me. It doesn't. I don't care. So, hey, good. You got a good laugh for the day. Hopefully you get one tomorrow. But it doesn't really matter to me. It doesn't. Because whatever happens, happens, I could go from here to over there, and things would change 100% by the time I got to over there. Trust me, they will, and they do. So, don't ever think that things are always going to be the same for people, because things that change daily, hourly, weekly, monthly, whatever. Don't think that the same thing is going to come every single day. It's not. A lot of people had high expectations that it would for me, but guess what? It's not. It's moving even right now. I could tell you certain things that I have going on today, but guess what? I'm not going to. Why? Because, like I said, people have a little more ammunition and they're ready to go to war if they know what my game plan is. If they don't know what my game plan is, it's just like Donald Trump. He said that. All of the other presidents, all the way back, they always gave the game plan, what we're going to do. Oh, we're going to do this and we're going to do that. And they put it out there to where even the news was saying it and writing it and things like this. It was already well known. So, but Donald Trump says nothing about what he's going to do, what's coming next, what is going to affect who and when and what and where. And that is how you're supposed to go. You're supposed to handle things in that manner. Not let the enemy know your game plan and what's going to happen. 2:22 p.m. we're going to drop a bomb on such and such a city. No, you don't want people to know. And as a matter of fact, if the story is put out there totally different than this, then that's how it works. It becomes a disguise. Yeah, I remember watching Gomer Pyle and Sergeant Carter. They were gonna do they were doing training, and Gomer Pyle was supposed to be going to this water dump, and they weren't doing any kind of training over there, but their training was going on in a different place. So by the time that it came out, they had changed it to the water dump that they were supposed to do that. And Gomer was given the information, but he said the wrong thing. So he put the sergeant and his platoon in danger by telling them that this is where they were supposed to be going and this and that. So he gave them the wrong information. Well, comes to find out, in the end, he ended up getting his, just due, because he was trying hard to help. And the sergeant and them, they got the other group. They tagged them. That's how they do it in training. They tag them as being captured or killed or whatever. And moral of the story is, you don't always let people know what you're doing and when you're doing it. You just can't do it. Never ever let the enemy see you sweat. And never let them know what you're doing. Ever. So anyways, I want you to know that I love you. I love you right there. Love yourself. Love my Father God. And by all means, love each other, people. Until the next time. Love, peace, and soul.